Alright y'all, today I'm gonna go over some of the hardest and most frustrating missions in Saints Row. I'm only gonna be talking about the first two games, so you won't see anything else in here, but let's go ahead and get to it. The 8th Vice Kings mission is guaranteed to make you need a hair transplant by the end of playing it. Playa and Johnny head downtown to interrupt some meetings between the Vice Kings and the police by doing a drive-by. The Vice Kings are using the police for protection money. Johnny believes that by doing this, the cops will start to turn on the Vice Kings, ultimately leading to their downfall. During this mission, you'll have 4 Vice King notoriety and 3 stars, meaning your car will take a ton of heat during the process. By the midpoint, things get increasingly difficult. Your car is probably already taking so much damage, and once you think it could probably be over soon, it's like the stops just keep coming. And y'all, this part right here, I almost lost my damn mind. I mean, why would you park the car right next to some shit that's about to explode? We thought Julius and Dex was the ones setting us up whole time as Johnny. I mean, look at this shit, man. A good way to complete this mission is to watch out for the person with the rocket launcher at the 4th meeting location. Take them out before anyone else if you want to get a chance at passing this. All the King's Men is the final Vice King's mission. The objective is to break into the penthouse and take out Tanya. However, Benjamin King doesn't have access to the elevator code anymore after he was forced out by the gang, so you have to intimidate Tanya's stylist, Stefan, into giving it to you. Problem is, it can take a decent amount of time for him to finally give you the code, all while you have 3 stars for holding a hostage in the process of trying to get his fear meter up. It is impossible to not have a decent amount of damage done to your vehicle, or for Stefan's health to not drop while doing this. Once he finally gives you the code, you have to drive all the way to the penthouse without your car blowing up. This is especially difficult if you have to drive far out to complete the first objective while dodging the cops. If your car blows up, you automatically fail mission, which in my opinion is kinda dumb because the car itself serves no purpose to the mission other than you get into the location. You could easily just jack another car and get there either way, but video game logic. There's also no checkpoints in this game, so if you mess up at any point, you'll have to replay the entire mission again and hear Stefan's annoying crying for the 10 millionth time.
You and your friend with the awful hair will release Stefan at once!
Your bitch ass better stop.
An easy way to beat this mission is to stay in the general area around King's penthouse. Don't drive too far away from it while trying to get Stefan's fear meter up. Also, keep as much distance as possible from the cops so they aren't able to damage the vehicle too quickly. It may even help to keep the penthouse on your waypoint. I particularly struggled with this mission because like the previous two, the mission is vehicle driven. If the truck takes too much damage and blows up, you have to restart everything all over again. The Saints rig opened the evidence room to a police station to recover some drugs that were seized from Los Canales. Once your gang finishes filling up the truck with the goods, your notoriety is so high that it's nearly impossible to even move the truck. It's already difficult enough to control such a large vehicle on narrow roads, let alone the fact that you have SWAT vehicles trying to pit maneuver you left and right. There's so many opportunities for you to fall down a hill and flip over, or to get trapped by an obstacle. Something that actually kind of irritates me about Saints Row 1 is the amount of obstacles in the map design that can get in your way while driving, let alone the fact that the final waypoint is on an entire other side of the map, leaving so much time for you to fail. The final Los Canales mission is notorious for having some of the worst AI reliance ever. The chances of you being able to complete this mission completely rely on the computer and is extremely randomized. Dex and Playa drive to the airport to stop Angelo from fleeing Stillwater. Dex is supposed to be driving towards Angelo's plane so that you can take him out, but instead takes the dumbest route, driving in circles and going up ramps on the rooftops in the complete opposite direction away from the plane. You have a high chance of getting hit by a rocket at random, and just like that, mission failed. It doesn't help that you'll have to make the long drive all the way back to the airport, but that's about it for Saints Row 1. Let's move on to the second. Saints Row 2 also had its fair share of difficult missions, starting with Assault on Precinct 31. The 10th mission of the Sons of Samdi took me at least a month to complete when I was a kid. Boss and Shandi head to the police station in order for Shandi to hack into the surveillance equipment so that they can steal the city's traffic cameras and track down the last remaining leader of the Samdi, the General. Once you reach the surveillance room, the police begin attacking you and Shandi takes a solid 5 minutes to finish hacking into the system. This makes the mission extremely time consuming as the final checkpoint takes place right as you reach the building instead of the point that you enter the helicopter to escape, meaning if you aren't successful the first time, you'll spend a decent amount of time standing around waiting on Shandi. Once Shandi is finished and you enter the helicopter, you'll almost immediately take a hit from the attack helicopter, causing you to blow up and fail the mission. An easier method to complete this mission is to escape from the building on foot, grab a car, and head to Forgive and Forget to take some of the police heat off of you. After an ambush at Aisha and Gat's house, Gat got into a sword fight with Junichi, one of the leaders of the Ronin. While visiting him, the Ronin showed up in an attempt to finish the job on Gat. You have to make your way around the hospital while pushing Gat on the gurney, and it feels extremely janky to control at times. Once your first escape plan fails, you'll have to escape with the helicopter. A Ronin attack helicopter follows you as you escape in an attempt to shoot you down. Gat's health continuously drops the more they shoot at you, meaning you'll have to avoid the Ronin as much as possible while also maintaining control of the aircraft. The best way to complete this is to fly between buildings as much as possible instead of being out in the open, and to swerve your helicopter in a zigzag motion so that it's more difficult for them to aim at you. Look out for the enemy on the mini-map so you can know which direction is best to swerve in. In the second Brotherhood mission, the leader of the Saints threatens Donnie, a weaker member of the Brotherhood, into rigging up his own gang's trucks with explosives. You'll have to watch out for Donnie's health. If he dies in the process, you'll have to restart the mission from the beginning. There are no checkpoints. This mission is extremely time consuming considering it takes Donnie at least 2 to 3 minutes per truck, and you have so many trucks at different locations to complete, making it extremely frustrating to have to redo a second time. This is going to be a quick one since there's only one problem I have with this mission. The aimbot on the enemy helicopter is on 100. This is one of the final epilogue missions for Ultor, the corrupt corporate police faction. You have to make your way to a yacht on a watercraft to kill some Ultor executives. Soon after heading towards the location, an attack Ultor chopper is sent after you. Once they appear, you're almost instantly blown up. It is extremely difficult to dodge as well, so you'll spend a decent amount of time retrying just to get to the actual mission. A way to get around this is to get off the watercraft and swim to the location, but this can take you a few minutes. This is the final mission of the game. Now, of course, final missions are always designed to be challenging in order to give the player a sense of accomplishment as they finish the game, but this almost felt impossible to me at points. It actually took me well over 100 tries to actually finish this one. I spent a good 4 hours replaying the final checkpoint. You have to use a helicopter to shoot down power stations on the Ultor building that Dane Vogel, the CEO of Ultor, is hiding in order to break into the building. There are a total of 4 power stations that you need to destroy, making this a challenge of time considering the attack chopper will be following you the entire time, and you'll have to hit power stations on different sides of the building at different angles. It is very hard to control the helicopter while trying to shoot and dodge the rockets being aimed at you. You have to be very smart about speed and direction. Once the helicopter starts beeping, it's over, man. Just give it up. The final mission really feels like the enemy helicopter has an unfair advantage over you, as you can't do much to stop them, and most likely you'll end up spending a lot of time trying to complete this. That's about it. I was gonna include some strongholds too, but that probably would have made the video too long. Anyways, let me know what you guys think the hardest missions are in Saints Row. If you agree or disagree with my list. Probably gonna make some more Saints Row videos as well. Just gotta come up with some ideas, but I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching.